So it's running late and I had to hurry up and push this out. But you know it's time to announce the winner of the Feel Q3, the one I'm giving away. Also, I got another surprise up my sleeve, so stay tuned. Here we go. Now, if you're familiar with my videos, first, hello, thank you for coming back again and watching yet another video from your boy, Gadget Fox. But in any case, if you're not familiar with my videos, I normally do not start this thing this way. I do not start videos this way. Why? Because I'm just not one of those free talkers who can just really go off of scripts. Without scripts, excuse me. See what I'm saying? I'm messing up already. But in any case, I normally take my time and really try to say what I'm going to say and how I'm going to say it. But something has really happened that's exciting enough for me to take a chance with you guys and just push this video out. Well, to the point. Here you have two DAC amps. Some of you may know them, some of you may not know them. So for those who don't know them, you have the Topping DX3pro, and here you have the Lavaudio DS600. Okay, now for you guys who are experienced out there, experienced audiophiles, you may believe, hey, wait a minute, I've seen this thing before. It looks like the Topping D50s. Well, I've got to tell you, it's a great DAC amp, the D50s, but this ain't it. It's just imitating. And imitation is the best form of flattery. But not only they are trying to complement Toppings on such a well-produced product, but they're trying to undercut them, which is part of the excitement. But in any case, let's go to a quick comparison. You have two DAC amps that have the capability to have and do have 5.0 Bluetooth connectivity with LDAC support. Okay, let's go into the inputs. On the back here, you can see that there are some similarities and there are maybe one or two differences. But let's walk left to right. All right, so here you have your RCA outputs. Okay, and then you have your coaxial on the DS600, one, and then you have two coaxials here on the Topping DX3pro. Okay, then you have your digital optical connections, and then you have your USB, and then these two little things sticking out is the port where you attach the provided Bluetooth 5.0 antenna. Now, two differences here. To the right, you see the power inputs. Now the DS600 is powered by 5 volts, while the Topping DX3pro is powered by 15 volts. Now, what does that mean? I believe this is just a great space saver for your outlet or your surge protector. Why? Because if you've seen my other videos, my Xbox Series X audio video, and also the video that I reviewed the Feel Q3 and used these two to compare the sound, I have been really raving about the DS600 because this thing saves you space. It's USB powered. Connect this thing to your laptop, your PC, anything that outputs 5 volts from a USB port, and then surprisingly, the Xbox Series X can power the DS600. Okay? Pretty much the Xbox is a smaller PC anyway. It's a Windows PC. Now, what I don't like about the Topping DX3pro is, of course, it's going to take another wall outlet or some space on your surge protector if you still have a space available. Okay? Now, the second thing that's different is I mentioned the coaxial inputs. You have one with the DS600 and two with the Topping DX3pro. I've never had a need for any more than just one, so maybe there's people out there with more toys, bells, and whistles than I have, but one is enough for me. Let's go to the front. Now, I just want to make sure I continue reminding you guys that this is not the Topping D50s, okay? DS600, because I know it'll get confusing. Any case, so here are the digital readouts for each of the devices. Really simply, Here's the on-off switch. Nice little satisfying sound. Comes on. I really enjoy the white lettering with the background. Real easy to read and see. And then to turn on the Topping DX3 Pro, just click it in. This is also very easy to read and see what the input is in. Optical. And the volume's controlled with a really satisfying knob. And it goes, 0 for its loudest, and it goes all the way to 99. And then the volume's controlled with this little switch that I'm not particularly fond of. It feels like if I'm ever angry enough at whatever I'm listening to, it may come off, but that's me just being scared of little buttons. But it's controlled that way. And the inputs is just by going left or right, switching from optical, coaxial, USB, Bluetooth, and back to optical. And the DX3 Pro limits you just using the controller. Just using the controller will allow you to select which input you want to use. But the great thing about the DS600 is you've got a remote as well, right? So the great thing is you can manually control it just in case that day comes to where you run out of the battery and you can't go out to CVS or Walmart and pick up another battery. You still got the capability to switch the input. While the controller Toppings, the battery's dead, you're going out in the cold to CVS and Walmart to get some batteries. Any case, for output, using your headphones, it's using the 3.5 millimeter output for your headphones. Really simple, right? And if you go to the specs, you'll see both of these have Bluetooth 5.0 right off the back. Both support DSD 512. Both support PCM 32-bit 768. Both of them support LDAC. They have the similar chips. They have everything similar. The difference here is size. And I'm sorry, in a day and age where everyone's just being a little bit more of a minimalist, this takes it. It gives it to me. Okay? This thing is an aluminum casing that is tight. It's compact. It takes less space on my desktop, on my desk. While even though I enjoy the knob and everything, it's larger. And this thing stays cool. I've ran this through my PC and laptop, well, both of them. Through the Xbox, PC, laptop, whatever it can take a connection to, and for hours. And none of them have ever overheated or feel warm to the touch. Okay? But what's really surprising to me is that to my ears, this takes the best audio or takes the better sounding DAC amp when they are competed against each other. And I'm going to dare to say that this actually sounds similar to the D50s. Both provide a very warm, lower bass tone. Each high note on each of them is crisp, clear, detailed enough. Now the Toppings DX3 Pro may sound more open, while the DS600 is a bit warmer, but it's richer. This is richer. Like, it has more of a presence to me. The music has more of a presence. And if you want to know what type of music I went ahead and used to compare both of these, it's the typical playlist that I have, and I'll have that linked down below. But in any case, here's where it really knocks it out of the park. Well, actually, let me go back to the mids. The mids just seems very absent with the DX3 Pro. It's just hard to get detail in the mids, which some DAC amps have a problem with. But the DS600 does, I'm not going to say a lot better, but it does enough to notice the difference, and it presents itself very well. But this is the reason why I had to hurry up and rush this video out. One, if you're here, today's November 17th, and I did say that I was going to announce the winner to my contest giveaway for the FIO Q3. So let's take care of that right now. And here's the winner. Let me contact you down in the comments below. I'll give you some information on how to reach me. Now, once I contact, just be sure you reach back to me by Friday, which is 18th, 19th, 20th, the 20th, to tell me that you would like the product. Now remember, shipping costs are expensive. You gotta be in the States or Canada, okay? Right now, remember, I'm a small channel and I just can't afford to push something out to Japan or Europe or anything of that nature. But in any case, this individual, be sure to reach back to me by the 20th. Now I'm gonna look to see if you commented on both of the FIO Q3s. If not, then I'll just reach out to somebody else. But make sure you reach to me. Any case, now that's out of the way, you're familiar that the Topping DX3pro normally sells for about $219. You're also familiar that the Topping D50s sells for $50. Here's the winner chicken dinner. Okay, the Lavaudio, having Bluetooth 5.0, having DSD 512, supporting PCM 32-bit 768, having the same XMOS chip, having the CRS, whatever other chips that both of these two companies are sharing with each other, with Topping's both two products, and this is Lavaudio's first introduction into DAC apps on Amazon. And of course, as always, I'll leave the two links down below. This right now, it's going before tax $185. $185. I just cannot sit any longer on reviewing these two pieces because of that price. Now, great thing about Amazon is you go ahead and pick up the Lavaudio and you say, hey, Gadget Fox, you're BSing. It does not sound better than the Topping DX3pro. Go ahead, leave a comment down below. Hey, I may be wrong. I don't have the same ears you have. But to me, the sweet, sweet sound of equal quality music coming through something that's supposed to cost $250, like the D50s, and something that's supposed to cost $219, like the DX3pro, it's lighter on my wallet, which makes it sound better on my ears. And again, I've had both of these DAC amps for not a night, not a week, not 2 weeks, damn, almost near 7 weeks, I would say. So I've really run these two things through the ground. Now, I will say this. Since I tried the Xbox Series X with each of them, this is a better game sounding DAC amp. And if you're saying, hey, BS, because the Xbox Series X doesn't have an optical output, well, go ahead and look at my video where I introduce you to a little device that's going to enable you guys to still continue your DAC amps through optical input like you did with the PS4 or the Xbox X or Xbox Series X, whatever. There's too many damn ones out there. Any case, I hope that this type of style of video really wasn't too disruptive in what I normally put out there, but I just wanted to push this out. So if you like this video, go ahead and like this video, subscribe like I say always, and I just can't wait to see what you guys see or say about either of the two DAC amps. But Lavaudio is my winner.